Yes.
Okay.
I had no idea what lashes were, and
Yeah.
I went and I got my lashes done. I fell in love with it, and I was like, you know what? I think I can do
Yeah,
that.
I can do that. Yeah.
I met my husband in 2014.
Wow.
We married 2015.
Oh, I love it. A year later.
I love it.
4 months later.
Oh, God.
You know, teaching is a great transition because you already have that knowledge and experience. Now, school ownership, that's a whole nother
That's a whole
beast.
nother, right.
Because I thought that when I opened a school, I would be teaching, but that's the furthest from what I had to do. I had to wear all the other hats.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say if you're trying to transition from behind the chair to opening up a school, that you need to have a business plan and a budget.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Salon Talk Literally, the podcast where we dive into a world of beauty, business, and everything in between.
We're here to bring you the real, the raw, and of course, the literal truth about what it's like working in the beauty industry with a few laughs along the way.
And we've got a really dope guest lined up for you today. All right, now let's get into today's topic. Trust me, you literally don't want to miss this one.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Welcome back to Salon Talk Literally. We have today our guest, Amy Ledgister. Is that what I'm saying right?
Ledgister, like register.
Okay, sorry about that. Amy Ledgister. And today on Salon Talk Literally, we have CEO and founder Amy Ledgister. She began 3D Lash and Brow Salon and Academy September of 2018. Since opening the school, has become her number one school. It has become her number one school in Dallas with 100% state board passing rate. So it was Amy's dream to create a school for the working adult. Her vision incorporated affordability, flexibility with innovation for her students. Many women that come to 3D schools are mothers or women who desire to leave the corporation world to start a career in the beauty field. Before the beauty industry, Amy was a registered dental hygienist for 10 years, but always had love for all things beauty. She left the dental world to pursue lashes and permanent makeup in 2017, and now shares her knowledge and experience and love for a beauty industry with all those who come to 3D Lash and Brow. Thank you for coming,
That's
Amy.
amazing.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you, Ms. Diamond.
Yes.
So yes, we are just ecstatic of your like acknowledgments and everything that you have done and accomplished. So what we want to know from you is like, how did that all come about? Like, how did it get started? I know you was a dental hygienist first. So how did that come to where you just moved over to the lash and the beauty world?
Yeah, because that's a
from
big transition.
Yeah, that's a big transition.
It is. Well, I was blessed to work for one of the best dentists in Dallas. Her name is Dr. Mary Swift. And if you were a cosmetologist but you didn't have dental insurance, you could barter. So you could get your dental work done for free and then work off your balance. You already know about bartering.
Yeah, you know how we doing bartering. So wait, what? Okay, so wait. Well, let me back this up then. Cause so you was in a dental when you came to Dallas. You wasn't even doing that before you came to Dallas.
No, I was a single mom. Me and my 3-year-old daughter, we moved. As soon as I graduated dental hygiene school, we hit the road to Dallas because there's more jobs here.
Yep.
I worked for Dr. Mary Swift, and there was a lash artist that came, got her Invisalign, had a big balance, and then she was able to work off her balance by doing the staff's lashes.
Girl,
yes.
That's something.
Yes. And this was before lashes were like,
We need to find someone.
Yes.
Oh, girl, we got to go see her.
Yes,
honey.
Dr. Mary Swift. I
We'll
don't know
go
if she
find
still
her
does
key.
that, but yeah, she's amazing.
Okay. That's amazing. Yes. Okay, so then you went. Okay, so that's how you got going, and then when you discovered that, you went to school.
Yes.
Okay.
I had no idea what lashes were, and
Yeah.
I went and I got my lashes done. I fell in love with it, and I was like, you know what? I think I can do
Yeah,
that.
I can do that. Yeah.
And Texas is the only state where you can get a license in just lashes.
Yes. See, that's when we.
Yes.
Texas is wide open. Huh?
Yeah, Texas
is wide.
Thank God for Texas.
I know.
Okay.
It actually opened up a lot of opportunities that no other state is offering. So I do like that about Texas.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes. So when you started off and you got your license for lashes, so how did you move over to makeup?
Makeup. Well, I was already doing weddings.
Okay.
Weddings for makeup and TV and different things like that. But I wasn't that good. Let me just say that. I was not that good at makeup.
Okay, good.
And I felt like lashes was easier to do good and have clients not be so picky. You know?
Right.
So I transitioned to full-time lashing. And within 6 months, I was able to build my business to where I could leave dental hygiene.
Wow.
As a hygienist, I was making $40 an hour. But when I found out
once you found out about them lashes.
Exactly.
Okay, so what area areas did you used to work in and stuff?
So I was in North Dallas by the Galleria.
You started by
Okay.
North Dallas. Okay.
Yes.
So let me ask you this, Miss Amy. Like, what year was this?
This was 2015.
2015.
Oh wow,
Okay.
yeah. She
Wow.
been here a while. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's amazing.
2015. Then she came here from being a dental hygienist. Moved from that to lashes, and you was already doing makeup.
Yes.
Okay.
Already,
Yes, I
okay.
was doing weddings. I had a whole team, and then I picked up permanent makeup, and then from there, people started asking me to teach. So
Yep. Okay. So then you started teaching. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're moving into the timeline.
Yes.
So then you started teaching, and then that's when you discovered you wanted to do the school, or we've been waiting for the big old story.
Right.
But okay. So we taking it one step at a time. So then you went into teaching. So what did you teach exactly?
like certification classes
Okay.
for
Okay.
lashes and permanent makeup. But
Okay.
in Texas, people didn't realize you need to be licensed
Yeah.
in order to legally
legally. Let's say
That's
that
the
word.
key word.
Legally.
legally
That's the key
offer
word.
these services. So I said, well, let me open up a school so I can help people become official.
Wow.
That's
That's
good.
amazing.
And
Okay.
the school was open in 2018.
28. So did you move here in 2015?
I moved here in 2010.
2010.
Okay.
And where are you from now?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wow.
That's all we
So,
clicked.
yeah, I was gonna say, okay, I see the connection here. I love that.
Yes.
Yes.
So she moved from Wichita, Kansas to Dallas.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So from 2010, so it took you from 2010 to 2018, about 8 years.
And these
roughly.
guidelines are important because we want people to know this does not happen.
It doesn't
like
happen
just
overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah.
This is a
No,
process.
no.
And
Yes.
so it's important for them to see that you moved here in 2010.
Yeah.
You started doing the lash thing 2015, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then 2018 is when you
opened
opened
the
the school.
school.
Okay.
Wow.
So yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. So
Yeah.
then that's 8 years later, and then now, okay, let's talk about your family life, like
Oh,
right?
yes.
Okay, so let's give us a little bit background of your
My
family.
family,
life.
they make me so happy. So, like I said, I moved here as a single mother in 2010. I met my husband in 2014.
Wow.
We were married 2015.
Okay.
I love it.
A year later.
I love it.
4 months later.
Oh my gosh! 4 months later.
I met him in
Because first of
December.
all, it don't take all that time.
It is possible. Look.
It's possible.
Yes, I met him in December, and we married 4 months later.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
and it's going to be 10 years this April.
Congratulations!
that.
That is so
That's
good.
amazing.
I
God
love to
is
hear them
good.
stories.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
You
so
came
good.
here not even knowing that you would start a whole new career, basically, and meet your man
And be my man.
in the same setting.
In the
I
same-
love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Vision boards do come true.
Listen.
I
Yeah.
agree with you because what you manifest definitely comes to
Yeah.
life. If you continue
Yes.
to believe in it, it will
Yep.
come. That is so
I love
so
it.
awesome. So tell us how many children you have.
So I have my oldest, she's 18.
Okay.
And then I have my 6-year-old, Dior. She's first grade. And then I have a 1-year-old.
She has a 1-year-old.
Evelyn.
And you're balancing motherhood, wife,
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
School.
Tell
Yes.
us a little bit about that. Like,
Oof. It is.
It's a challenge, I'm sure. Yeah.
yes.
But God is good. You
Yeah,
know, as long as
absolutely.
you're putting Him first, He will work it out. And
That's
then, of
the
course,
key.
having a good partner. My husband, he's definitely on my team, and I couldn't do anything without him. And of course, my mother-in-law from Jamaica.
That's
You know,
right.
having
She
her
did
come,
come, did
stay.
she? Okay,
And I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, and then having an older daughter, so
Yeah.
it works itself out. I've now
The
gotten-
older kids come in.
Oh my
handy.
gosh,
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
That's going to be me one day.
Yes. Yes.
Dakota gonna be like, well, mama.
All right.
What you do?
And I've gotten my business to a point where I don't have to be there every day. So I have a good team
Goals.
who's
Okay.
able to manage things.
That's
the goals.
important.
This is who I wanted you to meet.
Yes.
Yes,
I love
yes,
that. I
yes.
can see her definitely being a great mentor,
thank
which
you.
is, where you headed.
Yes.
So how many schools is it just one location? Is it multiple locations? How many?
I now have
locations
2 locations.
2 locations. Okay.
Yes, one in Dallas by the Galleria, and
Okay.
then one in Forney. Like close to Mesquite,
Forney.
Terrell.
Okay. Yeah, I have family in Forney at home.
Yeah, it's a growing area, so that's why we decided to
That-
open it up
Yeah, go
there.
That's
that
a
way.
great
That's
move.
that's
Yeah.
actually
It
that's
definitely
really
is a great
smart.
Yes.
Yes, and stuff. So tell us about how many programs you have in your school.
Woo, girl.
Several.
We have so many programs. I would say we at least have 7 TDLR programs. We have manicure, cosmetology, lash, esthetician, manicure, and then we have permanent makeup, and then our certification classes. So we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
You do. I love that.
I love it.
To see successful Black women is just
No,
so
top
good.
tier,
And then
for sure.
one thing about Amy, let me tell you, she never held back anything I asked her. She didn't even know me.
Yeah.
She will answer, and she met up with me. Didn't even people you don't think is gonna do it. And she met up with me and everything, and we talked like I never could let her go after that. I was like, no, you're gonna mentor me.
Exactly.
I just felt she was so amazing, and like I said, I always still thank you right now to this day that you always never act funny with me. Like,
I'm not a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly. She ain't a weirdo, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to get that out because in publicly and let you know that I do appreciate every time that I reached out to you. You was always there to help me. So I
That's
think that
beautiful.
yes,
I appreciate that.
All right, Miss Amy. So let's see where we headed. What direction you want to head in now, Key?
Say whatever. Ask her. Yeah, I know.
So what advice would you give someone that is transitioning from the actual service-based part of the business into teaching?
Teaching is a great transition because you already have that knowledge and experience. Now, school ownership, that's a whole nother
That's a whole
beast.
nother, right.
Because I thought that when I opened a school, I would be teaching, but that's the furthest from what I had to do. I had to wear all the other hats.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say if you're trying to transition from behind the chair to opening up a school, that you need to have a business plan and a budget. Okay.
Lord.
Budget.
Because I remember not that long ago in 2019 when I had my school, I had students enroll. But I remember being in my office about to do payroll and looking at my bank account, feeling sick to my stomach because it wasn't the math wasn't mathing.
Yes, it was
not
mathing.
Oh my God, how am I supposed to pay my employees, pay the rent for the facility and all that? I just remember being just panicked.
This is so good. I like to hear stuff like this.
I had to pray to God. I mean, it worked out, but sometimes we jump into things and we don't really know.
You don't really know.
We're not planning. We're not thinking. So definitely, if you want to be a school owner or transition, get a mentor.
Yeah.
A mentor is a cheat code.
Yes, the cheat code for sure and stuff. Woo. So tell us about some challenges that you had to face with starting a school. People don't talk about those things. And so it's so important to know that, just because you see so-and-so doing it and just want to do it, you have to make sure that you're aware that these are the things that could happen. And are you ready for those things?
Yes. Are you ready for those things? Of course, truly being an entrepreneur.
You're never ready.
You're never ready.
You don't know until it happens.
If you really want to grow or determine how tough you can be, that's when you decide to be an entrepreneur, right? How many times can you get
when
kicked
you want
in
to
the
challenge
face?
your gangster.
Yes, challenge a gangster. Are you a soldier or are you a sucker? So basically, but when I opened the school, I think the hardest part for me was realizing that people are not like me. Like I thought, okay, I'm gonna open a school and people want to come and learn and take this opportunity and run with it. But some people, they don't have that same mindset, and just learning to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
Where they're at.
Where they at. And it's hard because, like you said, some people that go in for the wrong reasons, they come and give you a hard time. So we talked about starting the school. We talked about some of the challenges in school, but what's some of the challenges you met with employees, like even the instructors and things, because they also
building the team.
We don't think about the instructor parts of having to still manage them on top of being an owner, not just the students. It's the staff too,
the staff.
So what will be your advice for that?
Pray.
Yeah. That's the best advice, honestly.
That really is the best advice. But some of your
definitely pray.
Tell us about some of your experience.
God, all things are possible with God, right?
Yes.
But you really do have to be prayed up to be, I feel like, to be an entrepreneur and to be a mentor, because when you are a boss, you're wearing different hats and they're looking at you. And for me, I look young. So they look at me like, oh, look at this young Black woman. Let me support her. But then I'm giving orders, I'm giving directives, and it's like, oh, she's still my boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. Do they have a hard time distinguishing between Amy and then boss?
Yeah.
Because I know it's times you have to come in and play the role of a instructor or play another role for different things. Is it hard for them to distinguish the both as you're there and not look at you as like, oh, she's the owner, but they look at you, oh, she's the instructor? Like, how do they take you?
They do not see me as a teacher. Nobody sees me as a teacher.
Okay.
They just see me as the owner.
Okay.
So
that's good.
Yeah, it's good, and it's, it is what it is. I'm grateful where I'm at. I do have a great team now. Yeah. But one of the challenges is making sure that you do establish yourself as the owner. Yeah. We're not friends.
Yeah, we're not friends. We're not.
This is not. You're not volunteering.
No. No, you're getting paid.
You're getting paid. Good money.
So you have a job.
This is the job to do. We have a checklist. We have TDLR. So that was the hard part for me. I remember one time my very first person that I hired was my instructor. We helped to grow the school together, and I promoted her to director. I was paying her, I was paying her $26 an hour.
Wow.
And that was in 2019.
Oh,
okay, so to me that was good.
That was good.
I'm getting in my feelings. But anyways,
you were trying to make sure that she was good.
Yes,
and then she was stick beside you.
Yeah, she started at one rate and then grew with
her
position.
Because you grow from there.
But she became resentful.
And that's the part that I wanted to talk about, because I know that happens. After you start climbing a certain height, you face that. And face it with the people you most never thought that you would be facing.
I was going to ask you, like, did you ever feel that spirit of, the resentfulness, the jealousy? Did you feel that early on? And you just kind of like, how sometimes we see things in people, but we just kind of like push it to the side. We don't want to believe it, because I'm sometimes I'm like that, and I'm like, oh no, they're just having a bad day. But really, it's like, no, that's who they are. So like, was it one of those situations where you kind of saw it early on, and then you just, you let it slide because you're like, this is my girl. She helping me. Yeah,
that's exactly it. I was naive. I didn't. Why would you be jealous of me? Like I'm crying every night.
That's it.
Why are you jealous of me? Like I can worry about payroll. But I mean, but what you just said, definitely start focusing on your discernment, your intuition. When people reveal themselves, believe it.
Yes.
Anybody who's jealous or negative, get them out your school.
Yes.
I had an instructor spread a rumor saying that we were shutting down in 3 weeks to the entire school.
Now, why would you do that?
And
just think about how much it just riled up the students.
The students, the staff,
everybody.
I'm in a meeting. I'm getting all these messages like, are we closing? I mean, I'm panicking. I'm like, do they
something happened?
She was jealous, and she was leaving to go to another school, and she was trying to recruit other students. But see,
and that's a good one to bring out, because people need to realize that these are real issues that be happening.
They are.
It be real things that's going on, and it's crazy because it does happen to you. Like people have a hatred towards you for any little small thing, and they will try to turn and bring the wrong people against you and your whole staff, trying to make your business fall, basically.
That's it. And you know what? And one thing, my aunt always tell me, she's like, it's not the person, it's the spirit operating in the person. And when you on assignment and when you have things to do, you better believe the attacks are coming. And that's why it's important to, like, stay prayed up and to stay aligned. That's why I was telling Key before we even started this project, I was like, you can't think, it's going to be all, because people do get, they feel a certain type of way.
They feel a way.
They feel like, you're growing and expanding. And I would say it's a culture thing, but I see it, I see it across the board.
Everywhere, yeah.
There's demons everywhere.
Yeah, they everywhere. They operate. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes. So that's a lot to tell people. Get them all like.
I can't imagine.
And
I know you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be some really malicious
to
to
do
do that.
something like that.
You know,
Yes,
but
yes.
the devil, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
You said that right.
No weapon formed against
That's
you
right,
shall
Amy.
prosper.
'Cause, baby, you are even more successful.
Amen.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
everything. So have your classes started in Forney yet?
Oh, yes. We've been open
Y'all
over
been
a year
open.
and 40.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Dang, has it
That's
been
so
a year
good.
yet?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a little baby.
I remember when she first started.
Wow.
Dang, that's so good.
What do you feel is missing in the industry right now, just like in the beauty industry as a whole?
Collaboration, authentic collaboration. That's what
absolutely.
he said. People can be, well, she didn't say it.
But
People don't want to always disclose
Yeah.
information to help each other.
Information.
There's
They don't.
enough clients, there's enough students,
really
there's
is.
enough business. Like, you don't have to be a gatekeeper.
You really
That's
don't.
true.
We should
I don't
all be helping
understand
each
that
other.
anyway.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like everybody is different. Everybody do different things. I mean, I
Yes.
really haven't seen not one person around that's doing the
That's
same
a
thing as another
duplicate.
person.
Yeah.
Everything that I've looked and seen around here in our area, just in the North Dallas area,
It's been
Yes.
different.
everybody's different.
Yes.
So I don't understand that, So I agree with you on the collaboration thing. And that's the whole point of Salon Talk. Literally, we're trying to bring in
Yes.
and recognize those and to know that we all can work together. We never work together besides this. And we're
Yeah.
doing
Yep.
it worked out
Like,
perfectly,
we're gonna do it. Yeah.
So just to show that we can work together, and it's nothing wrong with that, at all. So hopefully it do lighten up and let them see.
Oh yeah,
that
absolutely.
it's possible.
Because I'm on social media, and I'm on Threads a lot. I like to see what
I
people
do see you on there.
are
I
like.
said she be talking on there though.
Yeah, because I'm like, what are people?
I was trying to learn it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is all about.
It's kind of like
Twitter.
Is it kind of like Twitter? 'Cause I feel like that.
I would say it's set up a lot like Twitter, but I don't know, the algorithm is just different. Like
You like it better?
I like it better. I
Really?
like it a lot better. It's like not as much junk. I don't
Okay.
see as much.
Maybe I had to just start looking on
Yeah,
there.
you have to. I like to search and just see what people talking about. But
So it's really just giving you you can talk.
yeah. I'm getting
because
yeah.
Instagram ain't really no talking part.
No,
it's
it's
just
not.
about showing.
Yes.
So Threads,
Yeah.
okay, you can okay.
Yeah. So I'm always on Threads, and I'm seeing it's so much chaos going on in the beauty industry right now.
It is.
We were talking earlier
Really? Like
about
what?
just first of all, people are wanting to give up.
Oh, yeah, they should.
They are
Yeah.
checking out.
Yeah, right, right.
People, they should. People are checking out. That's number one.
Girl, I'm
sorry, but it's not for the faint.
No, it's not.
You gotta
But
put in
I'm
the
okay
work.
with those who do need to because
Yeah.
they really probably water our industry down.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it being like that because
It's
I
watered down.
I feel like that we are looked at totally different now besides what we used to be looked at. We used to be looked at as really professional.
Yes.
We used to actually we were
People
the
used to take
celebrities
pride
of
Yes.
the cities.
Yes.
Who else do people see as celebrities besides real celebrities? And that's us in the beauty industry because we have a big impact.
Yes.
We have a big influence. So for people to bash us and act as if we're not always professional, it's a bit disconnect. What's going on?
Yeah, you have to ask yourself, why am I not succeeding? What am I doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's something that they're not doing, So because if it's meant for you for this, it's no way you should not
Yep.
be able to attract or keep your business going if you have a passion for it too.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give your 20-year-old self now?
That's the good
Oh,
one.
man. I would say invest in a mentor.
Yeah.
I'm all about mentorship.
Yes.
Again, they've already had the experiences.
Yes.
It's like having a mom, They
Yes.
want the best for you. They've already lived through it, so they're going to give you the advice to prevent you from going down
the
the same
same.
road,
Now, speak about, do you have a mentorship program?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Let's talk about your mentorship
Yay.
program.
Well, it's called Aspire with Amy. You can
Okay.
find me on YouTube or my website, aspirewithamy.com. But it's for female entrepreneurs, people who want to open up schools or life coaching. That's really a big passion for me is to help women because I was a struggling single mother.
Yes.
And, I remember not being able to keep the lights on,
Right,
and
right.
so I want to help other women not to have
Yes.
those struggles.
Yes, and she's a good mentor, by the way.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
telling you. For those who don't know anything about Amy, please go and look her up. She's definitely a good mentor. I used her as a mentor. And she is very passionate about helping you too. A lot of mentors, I don't get that from everybody.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be careful with my words. But
Absolutely.
I do feel like I have had mentors in the past, and I can say she's definitely a good mentor. So
Thank you.
make
I
sure you go
appreciate
check
that.
her out.
I'm
for
definitely
that.
going to check you out.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Being in Dallas, and outside of everything you told us about you, like as far as being a dental hygienist, you went into lashing and makeup, and then now the school. What else is for Amy to do next? Like, what else do you want to do?
I'm gonna be a superstar.
Yes.
I know that's right.
Well, you already.
You are already a superstar. But
already
like,
a
tell
superstar.
us in definition,
Yes.
what superstar are you going?
What does that look like for
I'm
you?
gonna get a Grammy.
I know that's right, girl.
I'm gonna be in Marvel movies.
I love that. I love that.
So, what type of Marvel movies are you going to be in?
One with a strong female lead.
Yeah, I can see that. And
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
can
have
see
some, and you're gonna have 4 more Rangers on the side, like
Okay.
coming to save the single women and pull them from
Not the
the
single.
poverty areas and getting them to some definitely great
it.
Yes.
success
Yes.
by granting their wishes for whatever they're wanting in
That's
life, and we
it.
just
I like
grant them.
that
Look, I'm in it with her. Look,
Thank you.
I'ma
We
be
can
with
make
you.
that
We
We're gonna say
happen.
she is the writer. She did that.
Yes.
I love that.
Catch it now on Salon Talk.
Yes, Line Talk literally is going
Yes.
to break it all down for y'all, okay?
I
Once we
love
put that
it.
together. Yes.
I do have a question. So have you ever hired any of your family members?
Well, currently,
Outside of I'm
my
I'm
husband
sure
and
your
my daughter.
Yeah.
No, I wish I
Okay.
could, but I've heard bad things.
Yeah,
about it,
that's what I was gonna ask
But
you.
honestly, they couldn't be any worse than some of the other employees
I was just about to say, it's kind of like really got,
About the
well,
same.
pick your poison,
Yeah,
mate,
pick your
basically.
poison.
So I know you was talking about like how important is confidence when you're working and everything, like in trying to build yourself up, not only just career wise, but just women. Period. Like, because we deal with them on the opposite side and we deal with them working. So how important is that?
Confidence is very important. I would say Godfidence. Your
Yeah.
confidence should come from God.
Yes,
And
within.
knowing whose you are will help you to allow that to shine, and just being in the Word for sure, because what He says about you is what's true.
It's what's
Because
important.
they gonna say some crazy stuff.
That's
Oh
it.
my goodness.
They
That's
gonna
it.
say some real,
Yes.
real foul stuff, especially like you said, when you have the anointing or when you have a calling or when you're reflecting to people what they could be doing too. You just chose to do it. I'm
just
not any
chose to
better
do it.
than you.
Right.
I'm just choosing to take action to make my dreams come
Right.
true.
Right.
That,
Yes.
that bothers your spirit.
Yes.
Right.
So having confidence, but it is hard at times. Like you said, we're dealing with women, we're dealing with students, we're dealing with
Yes.
industry, or just being a
Industry.
mom and
Industry, all the different hats.
Have you thought about doing like events or anything?
Oh, I love doing events.
You do?
I
Yeah.
do plan
So
to do
what type
some.
of events are you wanting to do?
I would like to host, it's called a night of vision.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a vision board party, but I have speakers come and, we get riled up. We talk about the
I would
future,
love for you to
manifesting.
do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you gotta
Very
come.
nice.
You gotta
Absolutely.
come.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Just
talk
let us
about-
know.
Yeah, you talk about vision board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be great, like going into the new year
Yes.
as well.
That would
Yes.
be. That would be
That
a
would
great
be
thing. And I
good.
thought about that too. So you should do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
we should
because
do it.
we should.
Yeah.
So we should.
Yeah.
We definitely work together to do that because I feel like for us women,
That's something we need.
that could be a part of
Community.
if we're pushing working together. Maybe that would be a good idea because then we can come together as women in entrepreneurship and
Yes.
we can set our goals and make sure we hold each other accountable.
That's
Yes,
it.
for sure.
That's
That would be
accountability partners are everything.
Yes.
May I add?
They are like if you have one of those,
Yes, help you do what you say you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yes. So we all need one of those too. Okay.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
That's so good. I'm just so excited to hear that you met your husband. You gave us hope today here in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he is. I've seen him be very, very a big person in her life, like helping her and supporting. So
Which is
that
a
is
blessing.
amazing.
Yes.
So like, so you gotta tell us like what you do on your spare time, like outside of work and everything.
Is there spare time?
I know. Do you
Not
place
really.
time for yourself?
I am. I'm getting into the gym.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so spare time is going to work out,
Yeah.
you know, or
Yeah.
eating.
Because that's what I was to say. What do you do for stress relief? Like, how do you handle it?
The gym.
The gym.
And prayer and
Yeah.
being in my word. But date nights. I look forward to
Yes.
date
I love
nights with
that.
my husband.
Date nights are so imperative.
Yes, because we're entrepreneurs together, so
Yes.
we run the business together.
Yeah. And sometimes
Yes.
you just need time to
separate.
unwind.
Yes, separate
Yes.
You want to
Yes.
tell us how that is working with your husband?
Yeah. It's amazing because you have somebody that you could trust.
Yeah.
Because he was actually working with the city of Dallas in the police department, and he became city inspector. And I was like, look, I need you to quit. I need you to help me run the
Help.
schools because I can't trust
Is this a lie?
nobody.
You can
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. So he did that, and he's been with me, and we've grown it. But it can be challenging.
Oh,
You know, it's
I know.
hard not to take that.
That's
home.
why I
Yeah.
was saying it, because I know it is other entrepreneurs that they do work with their spouse as well, and I find and I hear stories where it can be challenging.
Yeah.
What do you feel about also partnerships?
That's a good one. I mean, technically, you're in a partnership with your husband, but outside
But
of
outside of her
that,
husband,
like,
yes,
You have to be in alignment with the person
Yeah.
and see what they're about. I've had some great partnerships and I've had some weird
not
ones.
so great
Yeah.
ones.
You know, where you get played. But it's a part of the learning process.
I was just about to say, I think that just has to happen. Like
It does.
It has to happen.
It
Because
does.
if it don't, how
You won't know
guys
what to
learning
look for.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
it strengthens your discernment.
Yes.
When you go through a bad situation, then you look at it's just like dating. Like, once you keep going through the same situation, you like,
And
okay,
you're going to keep learning that lesson over and over.
over
till
and over
you
until
get it.
you say, like, hey, okay, this is how I'm moving. I can't choose that person again.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
I can tell crazy coming very quickly.
Listen,
now.
it seems like the more
Listen.
experiences you get,
baby,
you can see crazy
I
from
can look at you in your eyes and I'll be
like, oh,
like,
she crazy.
no, that's not it.
Yeah.
That, and
Next.
I don't have to explore it.
No.
That part.
At
You have
all.
to
You leave it
experience-
alone.
Leave it right here.
Leave
No.
it where it's at,
Let
So,
it be.
And let
Yeah.
it be. I agree. So
sure.
all those play a big part. That's why for me, I never did a partnership, but this was my first partnership. And so yes, I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like it was in line. It was perfect timing.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
That's it.
I heard so many horror things about partnership, of course. And I've seen a lot with that. But, what more place where you could just come and express yourself?
Yeah, and sometimes you have to take a leap of faith.
I feel like we all
know.
need a safe space to
We
be
do.
able to express ourselves
We do.
and stuff like that. So, we most time we have to be the strong ones. So we can't really. It's nobody that we can really be like talk to.
Yeah.
They don't get us because everybody else, they not in our world. It seems like
Yeah.
so. It helps when you can
Yeah.
go and let out what you wanna.
For sure.
And this is fun.
It is because I know how yours going. Actually, let's talk about your podcast.
Yes,
too. Like, 'cause you
please.
got one too.
Yeah, plug
how's
us
that
in.
been going? Like,
It's going good. I just started back up. You were on my
Yes.
you were one of my
y'all gotta
guests.
check out that episode too.
Yes.
I'm gonna tag
Soon.
her podcast on here. So
Inspire with Amy.
Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, I love meeting other entrepreneurs and hearing the nitty gritty and the stuff that you don't see behind
Oh, you don't.
closed doors, and experience on how to overcome situations like just talking to you. Your school, you had challenges just opening up a school. Like
Yes.
stuff the roof falling in, like just
Yes.
things you don't.
Yeah. You don't think
Girl,
about
y'all,
when you're
you like-
starting.
Oh my God, I'm about to put my hair out so many times.
Yep.
I'm like, and you cry. Let me tell you, cry 100 and million
Baby.
thousand times. Okay.
I cry at
You
least.
cry so many times.
I do a
'Cause you
deep
be
cry
like,
at least
I just
every other
want
week.
to be successful. I just want this to work, okay?
Yeah.
And it's like, brush yourself off and try it again.
Keep going.
Keep going the next day, and like it ain't never happened. You like, but I promise you, that's how I knew that this was gonna be a big deal with Key Academy, because every challenge that could have had hit me had hit me, and I was like, thank you. I just started saying thank you for the thank you for it. Just thank you, because what I don't see,
that's it.
It's gonna be bigger than that.
It
You know,
is.
so I just started embracing them now. I learned to deal with it differently, because instead of me saying, dang,
It's
what's
the response
next? What's next?
that matters.
Then you're gonna keep getting them
That's
coming more and more and more. But when you overlook that and you laugh, I'm like, God, I just thank you. Things start being
Mellowing
an easy
out.
coast, mellowing out. So for y'all to just be having challenges, do not give it up. Just always know that keep going. That's the best thing. That's the best solution for you. Put it like that.
So
Yes.
what has kept you going?
So right now, in this moment, it would be my daughter. I am a single mom of a 4-year-old, and we moved here from Mississippi 2 years ago. And I am just determined. Like, I just cannot let her down, you know. So, and then I think just having that vision, you know, when God show you certain things about your life, like early on, I'm like, we gonna see this through.
Amen.
So it's like I don't have a choice. I can't
think
quit
that's
if I
what
wanted
really
to.
just really do it. And like when and that's what people sometimes I hate that. Yes, you strong. How you gonna tell me what I am?
Yeah.
I don't want you to be
Like,
keep
I
telling
am
me
strong,
I'm
but
strong. So
yeah.
that don't mean that I gotta be taking all
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
But
to who
you really
much
don't
is
have a
given,
choice.
much is required.
that's the truth.
So it's like that's just what it is. And like you know, like Miss Amy said, you really do have to be in your word so that you will know what to expect. Because if not,
you know how to
you're gonna
handle
be
it.
out here like a chicken with your head cut off. And you know, and so and it's very rare to find people, and I want to tell you that now that like I really see just the direction that I see that you are aligned. And it's very rare to find people like that that's coming in and they standing on their faith and they like, no, like this is the way we going. We not going this way. We not going that way. And that's how I aspire to live my life. Like, no, this is what I'm doing. I don't care what nobody else doing. You know, like I'm not following no crowd. Like I'm doing
that's
this.
how she can be a good mentor, because
Absolutely.
she does, like, what you're doing won't take away from what she's doing.
That's it.
And her alignment is something different than yours. And that's that's what stood out to me from the very beginning. So I do like that. But I know our time is kind of running short. And we thank you so much, Amy, for coming
Thank
in.
you.
And taking your time to just come out and talk to us and being on the show.
I know.
Let everybody know again. I know you said it throughout the show, but let everybody know what you got going on. Let them know how to find you and things like that. So before we wrap this up.
My name is Amy Ledgister. You can find me on aspirewithamy.com, on YouTube, Aspire with Amy, and 3dlashandbrow.com. I offer mentorship programs, so if you're interested, hit me up.
All right. Good job. Thank you so much, Amy.
This is so awesome. Thank